Interactive cast yesterday where we saw him just
completely
go off with this hero, yeah. So
whose draft do you like better, guys? Game 1, teams have picked up their heroes.
I don't think they have the best answers to deal with this team. If Timbersaw, but Lions now swung through the enemy jungle, level 6. They're not done at this top lane, even with Static Storm down.
Still moving forward. They try to make the move on ahfu-Taufukia, but instead they turn back for Nana. Unfortunately, no Magnetize. It's only a level 3 Earth Spirit, so the damage over time is really lacking. They get the Glyphs up onto Abed, and waiting for him, the Chakram will bring him down. So a well-executed rotation here as WG.Unity are going to go for more. They continue to move on to Nando. That Mana Shield helping to keep him alive, but the finger gets chucked directly into it, chewing through what remains of his HP and Mana, and he will eventually go down. A double kill for ahfu-Taufukia. Healthy on the Mana pool. He jumps forward. Trap deployed, chasing after Kimo. Now the Chakram, the rest of the team out of Mana. They're giving up, and ahfu-Taufukia, well, another missed chain there. Could have been a third kill if he managed to connect.
Trying to bait out a Tide Ravage mid, but not having it.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Nando having to use that ultimate, but unfortunately, Disruptor arrives and is able to glimpse him from outside the Stone Gaze range. Now Nando in a lot of danger. Low, will he fall? Another trap. The chase continues. They've got a Thunderstrike soon. A long-range kick off the mark from Tims. They needed that one to hit. It's not going to, and Nando will drop again. Meanwhile, up on the top side of the map, Abed also in trouble. Not even a finger required there. ZacKy hanging onto it. They can look for a bit more slaughter on the chase. They do have a Ravage, but no one really to combo with it. Again, both cores going down for Execration. I mean, they don't give a hoot, gods. They don't think Execration can take the fight.
Huh?
And I think they're right.
It's minus 27 armor on Roche with the Meld Strike, and
they're smoking though. They will look to take the skirmish around the pit. Kimo throwing in that wave of terror perhaps momentarily. The Deso doesn't work though. As the Meld comes out, will he grab the Aegis? Nana gets it, gets the last hit too. Now gonna kill Tim, so Static Storm. Well placed. RR manages to deploy the Ravage, and now the Stone Gaze coming through. The rest of WG needs to turn and run. ahfu-Taufukia healthy though, can look to reinitiate here in just a few moments. TA with the Aegis has the blink, fighting out against Abed, blinks out while the refraction's still active and finds the backliner here, Nando, who's already committed the Stone Gaze. They can focus on the Deuce, and they will do so. Lopping off her head, turning back for a bit more, but Tim finally getting a nice ultimate off in this fight. The Magnetize goes to work. Execration forced to chase. They look for Nana here. Do they have any more detection? They are lacking in it. But he comes out of Meld. He continues to engage, wrecking them. He's killing them all of them, one at a time, but now the raids, the open wounds. I don't know if Nana can take this level of punishment. ZacKy does have a stun. He turns onto RR. RR tanky, but is he tanky enough? Again, the Infest Bomb blocked. The damage does nothing. Abed, armlet toggling, but one well-timed Meld might be sufficient. No, Abed, good action there in the fight, gets the double auto attack off from the Echo Saber. It is enough for the kill. And they bring him down, but it comes at the cost of RR, perhaps for the Glyphs. Now a haste rune, snagged, stolen away from the Tide. He ain't going anywhere. It'll be Watermelon as a little dessert at the Roshan fight, but the Aegis still pops. And overall, a scrappy engagement there from Execration, though. Late game, I think they do with the Stone Gaze, the swap, but yeah, at this stage, I'm with you. I'm not sure they can handle her, and an interesting and very effective, could be a devastating time for Smoke from Execration. Getting caught out here, potentially the Hex starts on Nando. They do not have a Ravage for 15 seconds, and that's going to be far too long to wait. Nando caught out, so too is Tim. They're going to lose both the teams. The Stone Gaze coming through though, and Wenn drops low. They finish him off. A 2 for 2 thus far. Tidehunter ult cooling down. He still has the gem as well. They can chase the TA down if she sticks around too long. The Chakram comes out. He looks for a reinitiation, but it's a dangerous time to go. Nana, caught by the Ravage, mauled by the Lifestealer, way overestimating his damage output here, it seems, and may end up falling for Staff. Not enough, he will drop. And now they turn on to ahfu-Taufukia for the Ghost Scepter, keeps him in fighting shape for the time being. He's the last man standing, a 4 for 2 exchange thus far as Execration strike right back and move forward in this game. Now an Infest Bomb, Gush, Chakram, not enough, a very underwhelming chain, and ahfu-Taufukia forced to commit suicide again, a full 5-man wipe.
I think the BKB first and then go back for the Vlad. Vlad is actually in some ways more a late game oriented item.
Oh, this could be big. They might find TA, they might find 2 Warriors Gaming cores alone in the pit. And this time, they've got a lot more firepower here. The wave of the terror starts off. They're going to roll into ahfu. The Ravage coming through as well. Connects on Wenn. They instantly bring down 2. Nana, of course, the BKB and Execration with a big takedown around the pit. Might be able to snipe a Roche as well. No slaughter buyback. Yes, it is available on Disruptor, but I'm not sure if they can take the fight anyway, gods. They go for the swap. ZacKy getting caught out there by Kimo. A 3rd death. Warriors Gaming really crumbling here down the stretch.
They're just making these cocky plays as if like Lions is coming there like they could, in theory, WG can contest Roche 3v5.
Aegis is gone now, so there's a window here. And WG.Unity creep forward. But reluctant to go in. They have eyes right now on Nando, and they're going to engage out of smoke. Trap coming through. They commit directly onto RR. They get the static storm up, but a great swap out by Kimo. Costs the Wenn just life, but ensures they'll have the team fight here for round number 2. And they actually glimpse RR back towards the team. Perfect for him, he says, as he just leaps short forward with the hop. And we'll get the kill. That's 2 down. A Bloodstone suicide on one of them. Unity moving on to high ground. They have the Deso. And the data list complete, and they go to work. But Nana getting caught out here. BKB committed. Ravage pulling down anyway. They didn't have it. They're going to get it right at the perfect time with TA isolated in a lot of danger. Nana likely to go down here. He wants to take Abed with him, but the Ravage comes through right as Wenn blinks and catches them both out. And now they move forward. A great 2-hero boulder smash from Tim. Catching the backliners. Running down the Timber Saw. This is going from bad to worse for WG.Unity, who are going to make a very disorganized retreat. Can ahfu-Taufukia even survive? The Lions able to escape, but it doesn't look like Timbersaw is getting out of it, at least not easily. And one more chain, but the chase continues. Again, the boulder smash is connecting. Tim's is heating up after an awful landing stage. It truly has become a team effort from Execration. Radiant with the DD rune, going for the bit of a base trade here. There is a glimpse back available, but the smoke will breach. It'll break momentarily. It's a slow go from the Dire side. They don't kill buildings particularly quickly, and now heroes are starting to come home. The Slardar staying there to cancel TPs. RR with the Gush to start things off, and now they've caught one. Nana does get isolated, control, killed off. Life still able to rage, just ignoring the Disruptor's ability to glimpse somebody back. They don't manage to glimpse anyone back. They lose the TA, they lose the Lion as well, and now they're fighting in the Radiant phase. WG.Unity getting run over, and Nana, he can't do anything during this BKB. Courtesy of the Stone Gaze, there's a 2-hero crush. Kinetic field deployed. Lion stood over the top, but Nando shrugs it off. Can they kill this Dusa? It sure doesn't feel that way, and now Abed rejoins the fight. Boots of travels back in. Nana nearly falling. The Mystic Snake bouncing through. Can they kill him off? He blinks away, barely surviving. Would have been a dieback had he dropped there. A gem litters the ground. Execration will let it go. They've gotten their second lane of racks. They've only lost to melee for it, and they close in on the mega creeps.
Losing the racks there, the big to that, and we'll just push down this top lane. The smoke from WG could be their last attempt to stop this Execration push.
Looking to be the second Filipino hope to make it to TI. Can they do it? It's a big fight breaking out. ZacKy in the middle of it. Lion down off the bat. Didn't get to use a single stone. Nana gonna be next. Maul down during BKB. From bad to worse, and it's the GG. WG.Unity got spanked as this game went late. It looked so good early, but that advantage that felt large at the time is but a blip on the radar as the Execration Wrecking Crew marches to a Game 1 win, and now finds themselves one game away from a date with Fnatic in the Grand Finals.
Yeah, they just kind of came online late game, and you have these more team fight-centric lineups.
And it worked out quite well, actually, versus White Fries.
Yeah, I was kind of skeptical. I was funny because Winter randomly brought it up as well, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't like the clinks." I was like, "God, I'm glad someone else didn't like the hero," but
it worked.
They played it really well, and the one thing that Clinks offers that, like some of the other heroes we talked about.
Relocate now online. Nando does have a blink.
Yeah, the Nando blink dagger should allow them some kill opening.
Oh, this would be big. ahfu-Taufukia caught out of position, but he gets the Sunder off. I think they still kill him anyway, though. Round number 2, he almost solo kills Kimo, even 1v4. But he does die. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for an Execration team struggling to stay in control of this game.
Lion at mid, careful. He's very squishy, but he's also in fog in a good position.
You say that. But it's Nana in front for now. Moving on to Tim. He wants a piece of this IO. We'll be able to finish him off. It looks like that last Assyrian arrow comes in from the rear. Will kill him as ZacKy has a finger. I think he's going to let it go momentarily. RR blasts him in the face, secures the kill, and will live to tell the tale. Abed hesitating a bit to throw out the chakram and chase. So Nana eats a creep, and WG continue to ramp up the aggression here. Seems like the IO is public enemy number 1. Unfortunately, Nana, he's walked into dust, into trouble. The swap out, not enough. He still ends up going down. This IO needs armor or a Ghost Scepter. My god, he is squishy. That's before the Deso. But hey, they get a Clinks out of it, so it is still a win for Execration.
Did he walk too close to the tower or what?
I'm not sure, but the Ravage connects up through the Death Ward coming through. The secondary Ravage. ZacKy delivering midi MMY. making plays for the team, and one more auto attack will get the Kimo kill as well. Into the trees he goes with the lob from that wand, secures another. I'm not so sure.
And it looks like a good idea.
How much do I have to pay you?
Then you remember that Klinks has 1500 HP with Death Pact, and your tower actually tickles him. Not just the 1500 HP, but the max movement speed in Skeleton Walk, or close to max movement speed, 500-ish.
So now they look for the counter initiation mid. Wenn doesn't have his ultimate, but still, the Necro Book working on him. Mana burning Wenn down. He actually jumps quickly to the Timbersaw. Then the Tiny comes in together with the Bench. They bring down another. WG.Unity starting to crumble in the mid game. Same story as game number 1.
Here, and this is a roast that's meant to go the way of WG.Unity. The Klinks plus Terrorblade is meant to be able to take
they want to contest this, guys. They're looking for the casket of the pit. Notice the Death Ward that starts it off with the Aegis goes away with the Tiny. And then they make it out for the time being. Timbersaw up in the high ground. He might have to Bloodstone deny. He's up to 17 charges. It'd be huge if he could live through this. ZacKy gonna fall down in the pit. ahfu-Taufukia could be next. The Roar's cooling down. He's a bit low on mana. I don't think he'll be able to get it for this fight unless Io gives him some. Tims has the bottle charges though. I think they could bait them in and re-engage here, but not if Tims gets caught to start the fight. The tether slow on top. Abed losing those reactive armor charges. He might be a possible kill. Klinks thinks so with the Deso engaged. He's forced to Bloodstone deny right as the killing blow was about to arrive. Is when he has the blink, but he already used it to initiate. They don't have the relocate save. That's the big issue for Nando, and he gets stunned. There's the initiation. The follow-up comes through as they hex Tims on the way in, and they ravage to follow this one up. Tiny down, Tims 2, and now time for round number 2. Don't really see Nando getting out of here. Does have the TP scroll, but he walks right into the Lion. Actually, maybe he will. The Lion turns with the stun. They're busy dealing with other issues as Abed's arrived to try to clean up the backliners here. Again, the Witch Doctor falling, but Timbersaw on the run now. Doesn't have a TP or an exit plan necessarily. Just has to chain his way to freedom, and Nando still hunting in the trees with the teleport out. But he doesn't want to leave unless he needs to. It seems he will survive in a very small compressed block of time.
And at a really bad phase of the game where you don't want to give up kills.
Right when the Tide Hunter gets spawned out, this could be disastrous for WG.Unity. They need this Tide to stay alive to stall the push. He's out for the count. Doesn't have the Ravage cooldown anyway. Lion doing his best to halt the aggression, but Execration continue to apply pressure, pushing deeper into the Dire base, looking for their first lane of actual win here. They've got it with Fnatic and a shot. That's directly moving into the TI main event. A loss, and WG.Unity still has to win a game 3. They're on the brink of getting 4 games in a row wiped out of the qualifier when they were so close to advancing at least to Seattle as a wild card, possibly directly in the main event. This one hurts, but it does feel like Execration are in complete command now.
And it's just tragic how it's the same story again and again. A good early game into a poor mid game.
В плане перемещений, кто кого лучше прочитает. Вот БКБ сейчас у Terrorblade, это немножко усложнит задачу, я бы сказал, серьезно усложнит задачу.
Так, открывается Рэвидж, Wenn, Нана, открывается по Нандо, Нандо погибает мгновенно. Timbersaw может оказаться следующим. Именно он и является целью. Вот он, этот Lotus Orb. В Тексе бегает Лен, но и в Тексе ведь оказался этот товарищ. Он уже никуда не денется. Спайка была, Wenn дает гаш. Кимо может оказаться следующим. Потери исключительно только саппорты у команды WG.Unity. Они уже забрали одного кора.
Там Terrorblade подходит. Вот я бы на месте команды Execration не останавливался.
Не знаю, был ли в этом... Ну, тут смысл, ладно, есть, может, какой-то... Смысл...
Да, идет Сандер и в итоге минус Vengeful Spirit. Ну 2 в 2, да, только тут Тини умер. И сейчас мы четко видели, как быстро Тини разваливается под фокусом от Клинкса.
Execration moving forward as a squad towards the top side of the map, and they do get Abed. Initially, WG.Unity catching up, but Kimo's there with the save. The Ravage coming through, does connect. Timbersaw may die as well. Oh, he's got a lot of reactive armor stacks, but it's simply insufficient. The nuke damage is there, and WG.Unity striking right back again, finding more kills. RR wants to engage into this, but he's going to get caught by a cast. It bounces back through for his creeps, quickly becoming his own worst enemy. It's now the Necro Bolt punishes him. Finally, Tiny arrives, but it's one by one. Execration running in, feeding kill after kill. They do have an Aegis for round number 2. Io, someone in position, Tims may go for the relocate save, but Nando's heading to the north away from his Io, who barely manages to get the tether off, brings him home. But do they come back? They've got a Bloodstone respawn, Timbersaw. They will re-initiate. Abed chaining forward. Execration get baited into a big team fight, or does this Tiny show the refresher first? Nothing scouted just yet, only an invisible Klinks. Moving forward, but RR, he gets eyes on him. The Roar's there, and it's still ZacKy ready to go, and the refresher surprise comes through with the Ravage on top. Nando deleted just like that. Kimo's next. A lot of BKBs committed, but 2 crucial kills. Execration, well, now they know, but that was costly.
Actually, very careful.
For the Radiant, but both carries have it for the Dire. This may just be a free first lane of Rax. Not sure that Execration can realistically fight into it, but at the same time, I also feel like WG.Unity could just stick around. They do get the swap off to start the fight. It's on to Nana, beaten down rather quickly by the Tiny, but he manages to get off a cheese. He's back to full HP. Still, Nando brings him down. They're going to chuck that Tidehunter away. Already the Rax has been claimed. WG.Unity, they'll be content with that if they get out, or if they get more kills. Oh, Timber. Moving in, gonna force out the BKB. Ahfu thunders him though, and then the secondary Ravage on to Nando with the reflection. They get the kill there. Tim's is next. That's 3 dead. Make it 4. No buyback on the Tiny. This could very quickly become the second lane, possibly the game. Available, you just sacrifice the IO here.
I think it's the most straightforward way to play this fight.
Abed getting swapped out, but Nana flanking forward onto the Timber, so he goes down for the count. Can they find more kills? RR's there, the secondary Ravage comes through. It's just for the Beastmaster, but he too will fall. Out for 70, lacking buyback by 950 gold as I think the Boots of Travel was the latest purchase, so now won't be able to rejoin the fight. And Execration in danger of going to a game 3 here. Looks like they're going to be able to close out WG.Unity, but they're down 3 for 40 seconds. God, that's basically Throner Megas. I think that's it. There's no rat play from Tiny. He's going to try for an avalanche. He gets hacked. He too will fall with the reflection coming through. This time there will be no relocate save. And this time, Warriors Gaming coming through in the mid game. Tiny will buy back, and WG just laughed.
Yep, you're right. They're just going to go for the Megas and go for the Game 2 victory. WG are not done just yet. It was tested by Execration so far, but Nana's Clinks prevails once more, and
I don't even think you can look at this game and say, oh, they needed to ban the Clinks, but it just did work.
Yep.
2 times in the past 2 games. 15, 5, and 13 on the hero. Involved in 28 out of 40 kills.
The 2 big heroes that just didn't work for me is the IO Tiny again. They're in 20 of the 40 deaths. 50% of the deaths are coming from those 2 players, and that just doesn't cut it.
And it requires a lot. You know, you have to dual lane mid. It somewhat limits your options for other cores. And it felt like the jungle Beastmaster combined with the IO Tiny made it even tougher, where there just wasn't enough catch-up economy options for them down the stretch.
Yeah, a few of those rotations also just not working out, like Beastmaster, the first smoke getting popped and not going on the Witch Doctor, trying to go on the Clinks, and then it backfires.
I gotta say, I really like Execration's draft more. I think it's a good Oracle pick, but I just feel like they haven't done to counter the TB or the heavy push.
I think Death Prophet is one of those super underpicked heroes, and the reason it's underpicked is because everyone bans it. Invoker can get it maybe 9 minutes in, but the one gank coming from Lion slowing that down. Here comes Jug around mid.
Moving into position, does find Kimo together with ZacKy. That will be a first kill to the fight. Now the Omni Slash onto Abed, tries for the TP out, not going to happen. Make it 2 for WG.Unity, still holding the Ravage, still holding the Exorcism. This aggression, they've yet to finish off the big rock. They got to kill it quickly here. The Exorcism is wearing off soon. They haven't finished the Roshan just yet. Now it's going to be slow going. This is looking really awkward for Warriors Gaming, and now a Sunstrike. A roll forward. Good time on the false promise, but they can't kill the Roche. Not easily. Spirit siphoning, only illusions. Nando has been... Oh, the finger! They get him! ZacKy ends up going down, and Wombat's happy to Dire take the Aegis. The Jug's the one to grab it. They get the Roche kill as well. Kimo a bit too late into the pit. He's likely to drop as well. Goes for the TP out. Anchor Smash there. Not enough. And then a fast retreat from Execration. Crumbling around the pit.
On about 30 HP, he was so close to actually dying to Roche. He barely managed to pick up the Aegis before he got swapped.
Yeah, does end up losing the Aegis immediately thereafter, but still well worth it in the end. ZacKy-JJt, oh, this ain't worth it. He'll get caught out again. He will go down. They don't have a Ravage, and now Tide gets swapped back in. Kimo looking for the counter plays together with the Magnetize. The Sunstrike over the top. Gods, I don't see WG taking a fight.
Yeah. Should be a tier 2 tower as well, although with the Veil, the outspam is pretty good.
RR in danger here, up quite far as the Beastmaster, but not dead just yet. They're moving on to Nana, a nice roll forward, a great boulder smash. Tim delivering in the clutch. They find ZacKy as well. He too will fall, forcing out a Juggernaut buyback, a triple for Abed. ZacKy-JJt needs to clean up. Can he do it? He's got the Omni Slash at the ready, might be able to get 2 kills in this fight. Brings down 1, Tim's has fallen, he looks for more, on to RR, but he bounces to the Hawk! Are you kidding me? TP. Oh no! What a disaster! Then the swap back. Wenn might die as well. He's got the mech. He's got the Ravage. He's not gonna get them off in time. Wenn has fallen. Warriors Gaming, another mid-game catastrophe. It feels like it does matter to kill Nando, but if they're able to burst him or take him out of the fight anyway, then it's not a big deal if they don't have it. So Beastmaster will get the last hit on the tower. Execration looking for the safe disengage, but RR has other ideas. He lurks in the trees, he gets up the roar to start it. Nana instantly falls promise. Venn's done to follow this up. Sunstrike coming through, does connect. Now over the top, the Invoker throwing out a Chaos Speeder and they roll forward. They're committing onto Nana, but he's full HP after the false promise ends. He turns onto Tim. When all the ults are up, Execration unable to take the fight. They have to retreat, scrambling home. Glyph to worry about right now, but still Beastmaster gonna TP home. They will defend. Kimo goes for the swap. The roar to follow up. Sunstrike coming through. They need that Oracle's help. They need it quickly. They get it. And now the double spear siphon. Engaging forward. Looking for RR. Gets off the Sans to the north side of the fight. At Kimo will end up falling. Still the Death Prophet at full HP with the false promise ends. But Nando's here. TB trying to do what he can. Does he have the follow-up damage to bring her down? Nana's tanky. Again, the spirit save movement. The cold snap says no. Get the hell out of here, spooky ghost lady. The Busters will solve this one. Tim moving forward, looking for Ajit. That's 3. It's about to be 4. Nando with the triple. They hold the racks just barely at 250 HP. And Abed immediately going for the jugular onto the melee top. Then Ghost walking away. He's going to force the DP buyback. A huge win. Or grows later. The night becomes darker and full of terrors. And one of them has gold. EMP. On to Nana. Just some casual new harass. And now he gets a DD. Uh-oh.
Oh, the night is definitely full of Terror Blades.
Oh, and it's gonna get worse. Maybe they don't even need him. Nana caught out here. False promise engaged. He doesn't have the exorcism going. He does go pop the spirit siphon. He's trying to survive here with the Yule Scepter. He looks to turn this one around. The cheese gets popped by RR. Terror Blades, though, is going for the racks in the mid lane. Forget about the hero kills. They've got a bigger problem on their hand. This TB just crushing through the tower. Actually, the backdoor protection preventing it, but Ajit's gonna come and defend anyway. Nando, perhaps he's jumped the gun here. He thought he could outdo the backdoor protection. He was wrong about that, but he gets up the Thunder. He might kill everyone. Nana in trouble. The whole force eventually descends on the mid lane, and they're just gonna have a Royal Rumble at a tower with backdoor protection, but still almost able to beat their way through it. Alacrity on the TV with the help of the Invoker. They bring it low. Can they finish it off? The Glyph comes through again.
They've got creeps coming in soon at the top lane. This could be multiple lanes of racks, and now the exorcism.
No team to back her up, though. No, Dota, internet, please stop. Heroes are dying. Nana, very low. This is trouble. They need that second ultimate. When he does get, but it doesn't matter. They blast him down. No exorcism, no buybacks. Just like that. Warriors Gaming.Unity are cooked. Their goose is done.
He sold his boots to finish his refresher off. He knew this was the last fight. They commit the exorcism, and it was just a great split decision by Execration. They set the Terrorblade mid while the distraction happened in the jungle.
And it was weird because he wasn't actually killing the buildings, but Juggernaut came in one at a time. Then we saw the same thing happen. The follow-up for the DP gets sundered. It wasn't actually going to kill the buildings, but what it did do is force WG to make rash decisions, and ultimately they proved to be the wrong one.
Execration will be going to Seattle LD.
There are 2 Filipino teams who have earned their spots at TI6 the hard way. One of them still with a chance to join TNC in the main event. Fnatic, probably favorites coming to this grand finals by a decent margin, gods, based on what we've seen out of the group stage, as well as their resilience and the fact that it's a BO5.